So when it is going to start?
Ma'am, within a span of 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay, okay.
We are waiting for correspondent and principal's presence.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sir. Okay, sir. Okay, okay. Correspondent గారు start చేద్దాం.
Okay.
1 minute.
Correspondent దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాలి.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to one and all. On behalf of the Department of Commerce and IQAC, Sir C.R. Reddy College, Eluru, it's my immense pleasure to invite respected managing members from Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College, Honorable Principal, Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College, and participants from various states to this 1 week National Online Faculty Development Program, which is conducted on research methodology in social sciences. In this wonderful occasion, we feel how the earth blessed by the rain. In the same way, today's our 1 week National Faculty Development Program blessed by our Honorable Correspondent Management Committee, Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College. And also, we never hesitate to say it was showered by all the participants from various states who are acting as participants to this prestigious faculty development program. We are very happy to conduct with the support of all the participants within a span of a short period. Thank you for participating, all the participants. With the permission of the chair, it's my privilege to invite Dr. K. Ramaraj Garu, Principal, Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College, to this 1 week National Online Faculty Development Program. And also, we invite Dr. K. S. Vishmohan Garu, Correspondent, Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College, to this Online Faculty Development Program. We are very pleasure to invite Sri K. Sivaramakrishna Garu, Sivaramakrishna Prasad Garu, Correspondent, Sir C.R. Reddy PG courses, to this wonderful online faculty development program. In addition to this, I am very happy to invite Sri V. Vijay Kumar Garu, Vice Principal, Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College, to this online faculty development program. And also, I invite Dr. G. Ramu Garu, Additional Coordinator, IQAC, who is backbone of the entire quality section of our college, and also who took each and every pain to make the college as a qualitative one. Welcome, sir, to this 1 week National Online Faculty Development Program. And I'm privileged to invite Dr. J. Madan Mohan, who is convener of today's 1 week National Online Faculty Development Program and head of the Department of Commerce, who initiated the entire team for the successful commencement of this wonderful faculty development program. And also, we are very happy to invite the today's chief guest, Professor K. Ramakodeswara Rao Garu, the resource person of today's session, Department of Management Studies, National Institute of Technology, Silchar, Assam. Welcome, sir, on behalf of our department, IQAC, and college. Now, with the permission of the team, I may request Dr. K. Ramaraj Garu, Principal, Sir C.R. Reddy Autonomous College, to deliver a few words addressing the online faculty development program.
Thank you,
Sir.
Kumar Garu.
Thank you, sir. Please continue.
Good afternoon to you all. I welcome all of you for this 1 week National Faculty Development Program on Research Methodology in Social Sciences. On this occasion, I take it a privilege to invite our correspondent Garu, respected Dr. K. S. Vishmohan Garu, correspondent UG courses, and Sri K. Sivaramakrishna Prasad Garu, correspondent PG courses, and the today's convener Dr. J. Madan Mohan Garu, and co-convener and vice principal Sri V. Vijay Kumar Garu, organizing secretary A. Vijay Kumar Garu, G. Ramu Garu, and IQAC additional coordinator Dr. G. Ramu Garu, and all other participants and mainly the resource persons to this inaugural session of the FDP program. The Department of Commerce and IQAC is jointly organizing a one-week online faculty development program from 27th September to 2nd October 21 on research methodology in social sciences. This is designed to impart knowledge for scientific research, to integrate qualitative and quantitative approaches in research, and to understand new advanced techniques for precise, rational, and scientific approach. The contents of FDP will be beneficial to research scholars and academicians to enrich the developments in theoretical tools and empirical methods.
Anna.
Nearly 230 participants from various states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Orissa, Pondicherry, Maharashtra, New Delhi, Kerala, and Telangana are participating in this program. My heartful welcomes to the resource persons from various states like Professor Ram Koteswara Garu from Assam, Professor U. Umadevi from Pondicherry, Dr. M. Satyanarayana Garu from Kakinada, Professor M. Neela from Tamil Nadu, Professor G. Srinivas from Telangana, and Professor Magand Sridevi from Adikavi Nana University. On this occasion, I congratulate the Department of Commerce and IQAC for arranging this faculty development program on research methodology. And I thanking you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful and support towards the strongly conducting the faculty development program. Now, I may request Dr. G. Ramu Garu, Additional Coordinator IQAC, to deliver a few words regarding this session. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Fani Garu. On behalf of IQAC,
error mark చూపించింది నీకు పైన
like to congratulate
పైన ప్రొటెక్షన్ మార్క్ ఏం చూపించింది yellow కలర్ లో వచ్చింది జూమ్ పక్కన ఎందుకని వార్నింగ్ లో చూపించింది
ఫణ్ కుమార్ గారు అందరినీ మ్యూట్ చేయండి సార్.
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే.
సో ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని కండక్ట్ చేయడానికి పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చినటువంటి మేనేజ్మెంట్ కమిటీ మెంబర్స్, సెక్రటరీ గారు డాక్టర్ ఎంబీఎస్వి ప్రసాద్ గారు, డిగ్రీ కాలేజ్ కరెస్పాండెంట్ గారు కేఎస్ విష్ణుమోహన్ గారికి, పీజీ కరెస్పాండెంట్ శ్రీ కె శివరామకృష్ణ ప్రసాద్ గారు, అండ్ చైర్మన్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రోగ్రామ్ డాక్టర్ కె రామరాజు గారు, ప్రిన్సిపాల్ గారు, అండ్ కన్వీనర్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రోగ్రామ్ డాక్టర్ జె మదన్ మోహన్ గారికి, కో కన్వీనర్ అండ్ వైస్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ శ్రీ విజయ్ కుమార్ గారికి నా హృదయపూర్వక శుభాకాంక్షలు. అలాగే రిసోర్స్ పర్సన్స్, ఈ 4 రోజులు జరిగేటటువంటి ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ కి రిసోర్స్ పర్సన్ వ్యవహరిస్తున్నటువంటి ఎమినెంట్ పర్సన్స్ రామకోటేశ్వరరావు గారికి, ప్రొఫెసర్ ఉమాదేవి గారికి, డాక్టర్ ఎం సత్యనారాయణ గారికి అండ్ అదర్ రిసోర్స్ పర్సన్స్ కి నా హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. సో ఫ్యాకల్టీ మెంబర్స్ అందరికీ కూడా, స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరికీ కూడా నా విజ్ఞప్తి, ఐక్యూఎస్ నుంచి నా యొక్క విజ్ఞప్తి, అలాగే సీనియర్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ మెంబర్గా నా యొక్క విజ్ఞప్తి ఏంటంటే, రోజులు మారనియండి. ఒకప్పుడు ఎంఎస్సితో లెక్చరర్గా ఫ్యాకల్టీగా గెట్ అయినటువంటి రోజుల నుంచి ఎసెన్షియల్గా పిహెచ్డి ఉంటేనే నెట్టుకు రాగలం అనేటువంటి రోజులకి మనం వచ్చేసాం. పూర్వకాలం లాగా లేదు, కాంపిటీషన్ విపరీతంగా పెరిగిపోయింది. సో మాస్టర్ ఆఫ్ సైన్స్ కానీ, మాస్టర్ ఆఫ్ కామర్స్ కానీ, మాస్టర్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్ట్స్ కానీ, అలాగే ఎంబీఎస్ చేసినటువంటి పర్సన్స్, క్యాండిడేట్స్ చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు. సో కాంపిటీషన్ విపరీతంగా పెరిగిపోయింది. ఎస్పెషల్లీ టీచింగ్ ప్రొఫెషన్లో కనుక నెట్టుకు రావాలి అంటే ప్రతి టీచర్ కూడా కంపల్సరీగా పిహెచ్డికి రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేసుకోవాలి. 3 to 4 years లో పిహెచ్డి డిగ్రీ కంప్లీట్ చేసుకుంటేనే వాళ్ళకి మంచి లైఫ్ ఉంటుంది. సార్ సిఆర్ఐటి కాలేజ్ లాంటి కాలేజీల్లో ఎక్కువ కాలం భవిష్యత్తు ఉండాలి అంటే పిహెచ్డి డిగ్రీతో పాటు కంటిన్యూస్ గా రీసెర్చ్ పబ్లికేషన్స్ పబ్లిష్ చేయాల్సినటువంటి అవసరం కూడా ఉంది. ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని కండక్ట్ చేసినటువంటి కామర్స్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ని అలాగే కన్వీనర్స్ కి నా హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేస్తూ థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. ఓవర్ టు ఫణి గారు.
Thank you, Dr. Ramu Garu, for your wonderful career-oriented sessions, which enhance the importance of today's theme of faculty development program. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful session. And we are very happy to announce that we have 230 registrations from various states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Orissa, Pondicherry, Telangana, New Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, etc. Because of some technical issues, now we have only 55 participants from various states. Of course, we expect the rest of joinings in the coming sessions. Now, I request Dr. J. Madan Mohan Garu, Convener, Faculty Development Program, Head of the Department of Commerce, to deliver a few words addressing the session. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, one and all. I deem it a great privilege to introduce our chief guest, Professor K. Ramkotesrao Garu. He is working as a professor in Management Studies, National Institute of Technology, Silchar, Assam. He did his PhD in Management from National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. Previously, his works in reputed institutes like Indian Institute of Engineering, Science and Technology, Shibpur, West Bengal, and Vellore Institute of Technology, Amravati campus. He has also published more than 200 research papers in national and international level, and he attended several national and international conferences. Professor Ramkotesrao organized several national and international conferences and workshops. He is active reviewer for many journals on the international level. His areas of interest is consumer satisfaction, loyalty, behavioral attention, service quality. Currently, his research focus on strategic marketing, healthcare analytics, tourism service quality, and marketing analytics. Thanking you for giving this opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. J. Madan Mohan Garu. Now, I may request Sri D. Vijay Kumar Garu, Vice Principal, Satyaradi Autonomous College, to deliver a few words addressing the faculty development program. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Honorable Correspondent Dr. K.S. Vishnumohan Garu, Autonomous College. Honorable Correspondent Kalgar Sivaram Krishna Prasad Garu, CRR PG courses. Respected Principal Dr. K. Ramaraj Garu, and our resource person and chief guest, a very good friend of mine, Dr. Ramkotesrao Kondasani, and my dear participants. Good evening to one and all. I feel it a pleasure to say congratulate the Department of Commerce and Accuracy of our CRR College, and all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you, one and all, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri D. Vijay Kumar Garu. Now, I request Professor K. Ramkotesrao Garu, Department of Management Studies, National Institute of Technology, Silchar, Assam, to deliver his lecture on occasion of 1 week National Online Faculty Development Program, covering the topic Research Methodology in Social Sciences. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, the CLR College administration, for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
I
We
think
have
am I
to
audible,
convey
sir?
a special thanks to you, sir, for accepting our proposal. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So I think it's audible. Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
All right, sir.
Okay. So let me share my slide. Can you give me the sharing rights?
Yeah. Swarup Garu, please extend the host permission to the Ram Koteshwara. Swarup Garu, please. I request Swarup Garu, IQSC, to please share the host permission to the Ram Koteshwara. Sir, 1 minute, I will make a call to you.
No issue, no issue. Take your time, no issue at all.
Yeah, you are now host now, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think it's now I'm sharing my slides. Is it visible?
No, no. Yeah.
Not-
Now it's visible, sir.
Now it's visible, right? Thank you so much for giving me the hosting rights for this seminar. Now I think the participants are how many, sir, into the Zoom meet? Around 56 or something, like around close to
Yeah,
60.
the 55, sir. 54 now.
And the same thing is live. It's broadcasted into the YouTube also. So maybe hope the most of the members are watching there because of the lot of restrictions into the Zoom. Maybe the number restriction. Okay, let me tell you. So I'm not going to that. Just I'm going to be introduced to you how to identify to the research problem, how to formulate to that hypothesis or maybe the objectives, how to plan your research. So in such a way, I plan hold my presentation. I issued you to that after listening to this seminar or maybe webinar or maybe FDP. So you don't feel bored. Maybe after the next 1 hour, I'm going to be take care. You don't feel bored. So because I have planned in such a way, so there is some first I will go to that first 15 to 20 minutes as a theoretical part. Then I go to that how I have done my research. I have did my PhD from the NIT Rourkela. As a demonstration, I will show you my thesis as a demonstration for you so that you can get to that more knowledge. Like when the Ramu sir is saying to that, nowadays anymore that is the BSc, MSc, or maybe the MCom, these are not the maximum degrees. So now the AICTE, UGC and the MHRD and maybe Ministry of Education, they have decided to that April 1st to 2021 onwards, if it is a government sponsored institution, especially for the government sponsored institution, so the minimum eligibility criteria is to that PhD. So maybe into that, in the finishing the PhD, there's a lot of things is involved, but maybe our presentation, maybe the CRA College of Commerce and Management, maybe when they are putting to the some effort, maybe this is going to be helping to you. So let me start to that the slide. Let me start to my first slide. So 1 minute. Yes. So now come to that introduction to that research. What is that? What is the research? So here I have given to that research proposal means the proposal needs to convince the reader. Like once you have prepared to the some proposal or maybe the proposed work or maybe your plan of work and you are submitting to your professor or maybe who are the member, maybe the responsible concerned person or maybe the reader. So first they need to convince the reader must be convinced, which will show that the researcher is prepared for the challenge of independent doctoral research. If once someone is sending me to that, sir, I am presuming to this research, or maybe I am proposing to this paper publication, or maybe I am proposing in such a way. So if I am convincing, So then what happens? You are ready to face to the challenges as an independent doctoral research, resulting in production of new knowledge or maybe the quality of the research. It means that once you have written, it may be accepted or maybe not accepted. Once I convince your research skills or maybe the literature skills or maybe whatever you have done. So then if myself or maybe some of your guides or maybe supervisors or professors, if they are convinced, so you are ready to take to that new challenge. That is the independent doctoral research, we will call it as knowledge for the quality research. That is the first thing is important now. Coming to the next one of the biggest challenge for researcher is bringing the work of earlier researchers. Then what happens? You want to be do to that your research work, but you need to consider first in your seniors or maybe your superiors or maybe the early career researchers, what they have done. Come take it to them and maybe then you have the framing it in such a way so that it is linking towards your research work. So whether it is there or not, that is the one of the biggest challenge for any researcher. Then current findings. So it means that according to your research, what you are going to be do to that, or maybe what you are planning to do that, and maybe the framing to the new hypothesis altogether is a single proposal for future research. The proposing and maybe convincing and maybe current findings, identification, maybe putting in such a structural manner, and maybe you are designing in such a proper manner. So that is comes under to that, how what you are going to be doing into the future. So that is the you are going to be doing to that is the called as the future of the research. Now come to that important part is here the role of a guide in your research. Like once you have decided it, and maybe you have sent it to the some professors or maybe concerned persons. So like I want to be do research in under you. So generally there is a common phenomena. So like once the guide is accepted, guide is agreed by proposal, it means that they used to think to that guide will do to that all the work, or maybe guide will do to that how to do to that, maybe how to open to the banana and maybe how to eat it and all these things. No, guide is not going to be do anything in such a way. The guide role is to that generally he is a trophy constable. The guide role is into this research. So simply we'll call it it is a trophy constable. Like if you are violating the rules, if the student or maybe the supervisor, I think PNVS Gupta, maybe you need to unmute yourself. Maybe you can keep it mute. Okay. Now come to that the role of the guide into this research program or maybe any research program is to that they are going to be act as a trophy constable. Trophy constable means they are into the some booth. So generally you know to that how the traffic constable behaves it. So they are into the booth. So they are giving to that where is the right direction, where is the wrong direction. Generally they are giving. If you are following to the rules, the way is going to be very smooth manner. If no, like traffic constable is maybe your guide or maybe your supervisor is giving to some guidelines, but you are thinking that this is not good. Maybe I want to be going to the my way. Yes, you can go to that. There is no restrictions anywhere. But what happens, like if you are violating the rules, the traffic constable takes to the simple photo nowadays, and maybe the fine is coming to our homes. In the simple way, the same thing, if the guide is giving to you some instructions, or maybe he is observing, or maybe right directions he is saying, you are not following, it may collude to that some time, it maybe takes us a lot of time. Like maybe you are planning to finish your PhD into the 2 years. Like in our department, maybe we used to produce, the minimum time is 2.5 years, maximum time is the 6 years. So like that, maybe you are planning to that 4 years. Maybe it may take to that 5 years, 6 years. Sometimes it may be extra permissions you need to take it to that. Simply don't depend upon to that. Only the guide is going to be taken to that all the things. Simply his role is to that to provide you into the rules and regulations, how to do, whether you are going to the right direction or not. If you are not going to the right direction, so what is the punishment? Punishments means here how he is going to be correcting you. That is the thing. That is a simple way. So, but But nowadays you can observe it that the traffic constable is also not there into that way. So just simply the CC camera is there, the simply whether you are going to the right direction or not. That is the things, right? Those are the roles generally the guide is playing. Now come to the role of the researcher in the whole research period. What is the role of the researcher? Your role you are going to be playing into that this PhD program or maybe some research project or maybe anything. So what we are going, that is we are going to be discussed into the brief manner in the later slides, right? So now come to that. Let me move to the next slide. What is research? So it is a careful and systematic and patient investigation. Maybe sometimes they are thinking that sometimes the students are thinking like today they have joined, maybe first 6 months the coursework is finished. In the 9 months they are thinking that my work aage nahi badh raha hai. So and now work mundu vellatledu. So they should think in such a way, and maybe they lose to the some patience and all these things. Here the research measures careful, systematic and patient investigation in some field of knowledge undertaken to establish facts or maybe the principles. You should be do to that very careful. That's the knowledge and investigation to establish to the facts or maybe some principles. Now come to that. The research is an original and systematic inquiry or maybe investigation into the subject to gain to the knowledge and understanding the phenomenon. That's I think maybe you know to that. And now let me ask you to that one simple question. Out of the 60 members into the Zoom, it is there around to the 60 members are there. Out of the 60 members, how many members are working as a research scholars or maybe they are doing to the research? Just let me know to the any number. Madan or maybe Funny sir. So maybe do you have any knowledge out of the 60?
No, not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay. So maybe I am assuming to that. at least 30-35 members are. So maybe they are registered as a PhD program or maybe they are planning to do that PhD program, right? Maybe my number it may be wrong, but I'm assuming to that that's a 50% of the participants may be there. Now you are going to be due to that time. How do you have to do to the research and all these things? We are going to be discussing into that coming part. So it is a journey embarked upon that leads to the discovery of new knowledge. The research means that you are going to be contributing to the lot of things to that existing knowledge in a new way, maybe revision of the facts, or maybe you are giving to some outstanding suggestions, outstanding recommendations that is going to be helping out, right? The theories or maybe applications and all these things. Now, thus every research conducted must make an original contribution. Like maybe sometimes it happens nowadays. This is one of the serious issue with that research world. There's a plagiarism. Like maybe the 10 years back, 20 years back, someone has been done. So like we are modifying that one, or maybe similar way we are going to be presenting it. No, that is not going to be accepted at all. You can take to that idea and maybe you can enter into that way, but maybe the total contribution from your side, maybe data collection or maybe result putting or maybe outputs or maybe how you are converting those results into that output, that should be in a something mixed manner, and maybe that should be in original contribution should be there. So otherwise what happens, it is going to be very serious issues nowadays. Right, so it should be whatever the contributions you are giving, either into the research paper, either into the conference papers, either into the thesis. So like maybe the UGC rules, I think you know to that maybe less than to the 10% of the plagiarism. It means that so it should not be matches to that any other work more than to the 10%. If the more than the 10%, they're going to be fining you a lot, right? So those things need to be considered. So it is a original work you have to be do. Whether you are taking to the research area into that very simple one or maybe very hard one or maybe whatever way you are taking, but it should be in a very clear and maybe clean. Now come to that generally into the social sciences and management, the research can be classified into the two parts, or maybe the scientific or maybe academic research. Scientific research generally comes under to that engineering or maybe sciences, basic sciences and all these things. But usually the management, social sciences, this area we will call it as, this type of the research is called as academic research. We used to doing in India such a way. The academic research is always systematic, order by order. Like order is like in any school, what is the order? The routine order is morning students are coming, then going to the prayer, maybe then the classes, then to the lunch, then again classes, maybe then the games, maybe then it is sending to the their home. That is the systematic order. To that academic research, the same way we need to be follow to that some systematic manner. Identification of the research problem, then to that identification of the literature review, and maybe then to the structure into the literature review objectives. Those all these things we are going to be discussing in the later. Now coming to that, systematic, always it should be systematic manner, arguable and challengeable. This is because why it is challengeable into the academic research is to that we have given to the 4 points here. Just check it here. What is to be addressed or investigated must be established based on the research gaps. The first thing is that you need to identify what is you are going to be investigating, or maybe you are addressing to that particular issue based on that what is the research gap. Like my research, let me tell you to the my research. So I want to do to that research onto the private healthcare sector. I want to do to the private healthcare sector. So now first I need to go to that. What is the private healthcare setting into the Indian healthcare system? According to the World Health Organization, according to the IMA, Indian Medical Association, or maybe according to that some private associations are there. Like according to that, what is the private healthcare setting means? It means that so who are self-sponsored patients are coming to the particular hospital, or maybe they are taking the treatment, or maybe they are paying, or maybe so such a way. So in the Indian healthcare setting, especially in the private healthcare setting, what type of the setting is there? Like maybe we can call it as in Indian private healthcare setting, 3 types. One is the nursing clinics, right? Maybe it means the nursing clinics means that so simply one MBBS doctor or maybe some MD doctor is there. Maybe simply the patient goes there. So then maybe if they're sick, they're taking the treatment, and maybe they're paying fees, and maybe they're coming. That's a simple. The another category is to that non-corporate hospitals. Non-corporate hospitals means that the beds capacity is to the 20 to 100 beds. Maybe inpatient treatment is happening into the particular hospitals in such a way. So then another category is to the corporate hospitals. It means that maybe above more than to the 100 beds hospital is a very large, super specialization is available. So you need to identify what you are going to be do to that. So in such a way, you need to identify first what is the research gap, what is the identification of the particular problem. So then come to that, how to research problem, how the research problem or questions are to be addressed, how the questions to be addressed has to be determined. So let me show you my thesis. Let me show you my thesis. Then we will you can easily identify, right? 1 minute. Can you see my thesis now?
No, sorry. Well, PPT presentation is there.
Still my PPT. Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah.
No, sir.
1 minute. I think now.
It's buffering, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's we got it, sir.
Okay. Now, yeah. Or maybe what happened? 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, now I'm going to the page number 81. Just you can just check it here. What I have done, 81. 81 is open. Now look at here. Here, can you see? Can you see? Right?
Yeah.
Choosing the best healthcare setting. Now, according to my research, I want to identify into the Indian healthcare, Indian hospitals, Indian private healthcare setting, what type of hospitals is the best hospitals. Right. So now what is my objective is here? Choosing the best healthcare setting, right? Now I have given to the 9 parameters. One is the reliability, one is the physical. Shailaja Kadiala, can you mute yourself? Okay. Now coming to that, I have chosen to that my objective is to choosing the best healthcare setting. What are the alternatives I have? My alternatives are 3 types of the hospitals into that Indian healthcare setting. First one is the nursing clinics. Maybe the capacity is to the 0 beds to 20 beds hospitals, and the non-corporate hospitals 21 to 100 beds, and another one is to corporate hospitals. Now I have given to that, I have chosen to the nine parameters, like maybe reliability, physical environment, empathy, efficiency of the particular doctors, timeliness, whether you are going to the hospitals, maybe what time they are treating, maybe long queue is there, or maybe immediate queue is there, or maybe like that. What is the timeliness? Transparency. Transparency means that now maybe the IMOE, maybe Indian Medical Association, the IMA is saying to that, write it to the genetic name of the medicine in such a way. Sometimes maybe in the previous days, maybe 5 to 6 years or maybe 10 years back, usually the doctors writing, understanding, maybe the patients cannot be understand. Maybe the only the medical hospital, maybe the pharmacist or maybe someone maybe can understand. So in such a way, transparency is there. Affordability, whether this hospital is can be affordable by the common man. A common man here is to that, those income is 1 lakh to that 5 lakhs rupees per annum. Maybe per annum they are adding to the 1 lakh to 5 lakhs rupees. Whether they are affording to the this type of the hospitals. Communication means here to that in the sense of whether the particular doctor speaking, whether it is understandable by the patient or maybe the accompanying persons, consistency, continuously they are providing the same type of the services. If we are saying to that this type of the parameters based on to that this quality, my objective is to choosing the better healthcare setting. Now, generally tell me any one of this group, the participants, which hospital is going to be the hello audience, can you unmute yourself? Sorry, can you put your mic into the mute mode, right? So so that the disturbance may not become, right? Like this is the thing. Now, can anyone tell me? Can anyone, according to your experience or maybe the general phenomena, which hospital is providing the best service quality? Non-corporate, nursing clinics, or maybe non-corporate hospitals, or maybe the corporate hospitals?
Corporate, sir.
Corporate hospitals, yes, ma'am. What's your name? What's your name?
Priyanka, sir.
Priyanka, that's very good. Just remember. I will go to that next slides or maybe next slides. So let me know to that your opinion. Okay. So according to the my research, yeah.
As far as my concern, it depends on the ethical values of the doctors, not depends on the clinic.
There is no ethics here, right? In the parameters, there is no ethics. So now tell me, sir. Funny, sir.
Yeah.
The ethics, there is no ethics. There is no parameter of ethics. Now, what do you think?
Okay. So my preference is non-corporate.
Non-corporate. Okay. Let's see. Let me share to that my slide, the actual slide. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Then we will come to that point. So after the research, maybe what is that first, before to that what we are thinking, after that done to that some data collection, sampling, and what we are going to be do to that. So here to that how to research problem or the questions are to be addressed and to be determined, you need to know to that that we are going to be learning it now very soon. Data will be collected, presented, and analyzed using the appropriate tools. Like maybe in my research, I have done to the DHP analysis. That is called it is the analytical hierarchy process, structural equation modeling, or maybe confirmatory factor analysis, Reddit analysis, gray relation analysis. Then I have compared to that. There's a lot of research analysis tools are there. Then you need to identify which tool is going to be help my research. Which tool is going to be help my research, and you need to be give to the proper justification for that. Then it is going to be very smooth manner. Now come to the conclusion and appropriate recommendations to be made. Then after that, you are going to be due to some conclusions and appropriate. This is the overview of the academic research generally how it is going to be. Now coming to the next slide, can you see next slide? Right?
Yeah,
yes.
It's visible.
It is visible.
Yes, it's visible. Now come to that. Academic research are generally into the two forms. Generally, the academic research can be classified into two forms. One is the desktop research, one is the empirical research. Like this is the word is something new, right? Because 100 years onwards, last 1000 years onwards, the research is going on. But these modes, now the current generation, they can easily identify. Desktop research means that based on the secondary data, it means that already some data has been published. Generally, they used to do to that in the financial research. That is the longitudinal study, maybe last 10 years onwards, what is the stock market performance? You are analyzing to the stock market performance, that is. Or maybe you are analyzing to that IITs, what is the IITs output, maybe last 20 years onwards. So it is already the result came. So based on to that, putting to the your result into the some data or maybe some software, maybe you are getting. So those type of the research is generally called it as a desktop research. That is called it as a secondary data. Already some printed data, some data is available. You are not doing nothing new. Based on the data, what are the result is coming, you are incorporating that. These are the result. Maybe the government can take to the new policy making, or maybe some sponsor can be take to the decisions in such a way. Now coming to the empirical research, what I have done on my research, right? So use mainly the primary data, go to the customers or maybe to that some people, maybe just collecting to the, their opinion, then we are according to that our research and maybe objective, then we are putting, then maybe the some result is we are getting. So that is called it as empirical research. That is with use of the primary data. It means that the data previously not existed. We have created, we have developed it, we have created, then we have collected, then we have done to that some our work for our research. Like the strategies for the inquiry of this type of the research, generally surveys. We used to do to that surveys. The experiments we are going to be do to that. Like maybe experiments means that generally we want to know to that the performance of the students or maybe opinion of the students under the particular this one this workshop or maybe some event we have conducted. Then ethnography research, ground theory, case study. So I am not going to be putting a lot of effort onto this one because I want to give to the practical knowledge to you. So that's why these are the generally the academic research we used to do: case studies research, phenomenon, narrative research, action research. Like if you go to that Harvard top 100 university in the world, generally they used to do to that essays into the particular topic. Like maybe 3 essays they are writing into that some of the area they are taking, then maybe they are writing some essays and maybe put it sending for the publications. Then it is done. It means that the research has been done. Like maybe last RBI governor, that's Raghuram Rajan, right? You know Dr. Raghuram Rajan. He's the good school professor. Generally, if you are object to his thesis, he has written to the 3 essays. Then it is published into one of the top journals. Then the research has been done. So that is called a phenomenology. So like based on the scenario, what is your opinion? What is the future you are predicting, or maybe some guesses you are doing, or maybe based on the some current scenarios, or maybe narration you are giving. Such type of the research are there generally. So that's why I'm not wasting your time here much. Now go to that the selection of the research topic. The next one is to that. Once what types of the research is there, then what you have to do, you need to identify how you are going to be choose to that particular topic or maybe particular area. Like we have given here, there are 3 ways to select the research topics, right? This is the one of the important thing. So this is going to be decide your career and maybe on how many years we are going to be finishing this one. So in such a way, generally used to do that. Now check it here. The professor provides you with a list of general topics from which researcher takes a particular area. Like maybe if I am the professor, maybe some student came to me, sir, I want to do it under you. Like maybe yeah, I'm very happy. Maybe I have done some discussion with him or with her. So then I'm very happy. Yeah, I have some topics. Is there some 20 topics? Is there? Just choose the any one. Maybe according to your view, or maybe according to your favorite things. Maybe just choose the any one. So that is the one way of the choosing the selection. Like the student approach to the professor or maybe the teacher, they are providing to some general topics. You can choose it. That is the one way. The second way is to that the professor may provide you with a list of problem topics. I am not giving to the topic clearly. I am explaining to that there is a 4 or 5 problem topics. Yeah, nowadays the COVID is impacted a lot. Now how it is impacted the school children's or maybe the teachers of the particular schools and the primary education, secondary education. So I am planning that one. So whether you are interested or not, the professor is asking to the opinion of the student. So that is the one way. And another way is to that professor may leave it up to the researcher. So I don't want to give to the any topic because my previously bad experience I have in maybe different reasons. The professor is giving to the free choice to the student or maybe the research scholar. You choose the topic, then do it to that. Then let me know to that what you are doing. So maybe then I can give to them some guidance on all these things. This is the general way of selection of the research topics. Like now, tell me which one is the best one? Anyone? Can anyone tell me which one is the best one? Naveen, Lucas, Naveen, can you tell me? There is three options. One is professor is giving to you to that some topics, then you are choosing as a scholar is choosing the one. Another one is to the professor giving to the problem, then you have to frame to the topic. The last one is to that professor is free of hands. Student have to be choose to that one. Which one is the anyone? You may be chart, you may be type it into the box. The chart box you can type it also. No issue. Right. Okay. Let me know to that into that next slides. Okay. Now come to that. Now come to that research bracket. Once you have identified, maybe after into the previous slide, into this slide, you have chosen to that one method. Then after that, what you have to do, research background and the literature review, you have to do. It is simply about making references to the works of the other people, either in critical or maybe analytical manner. Once you have identified your topic, then you have to be identify what is the differences, what is the literature review, what is the critical manner and analytical manner, what is happened, past work, in the particular area, past work, what it is happened. In the 2021, maybe there's due to the corona, there's a lot of effects is happened. Before that, such scenarios never happened. Now it is going to be one of the critical topic. Identification of the literature review, gaps, it is going to be very, very difficult. So in such scenarios, what you are going to be doing, or maybe you want to be known to that petrol prices is increasing to that every day. So whether the past scenario, whether it is same thing is happened, then after that, what the performance you want to analyze to the performance of the economic performance of the labor work, or maybe some manufacturing industries, or maybe some automobile industries, in such a way how you are going to be doing that. The literature survey or the background study serves various purposes. The first one is it provides a theoretical background for the present study. It means to that the theory is one of the major part into that research one, right? Into the theory, yeah, some of the students are there saying to that the first one, maybe Jakira Begum is saying to that first one is the best one. Priyanka saying to that last one. Swati saying to the third one. Maybe someone is saying to that Yelugu Suresh Kumar saying to the third one by scholar himself and finalizing the guide. Okay, so there is a different opinions are there, right? So we will discussing about to that which one is the best one. Okay. Now come to that literature review part. You are going to be collecting to that these things. So then it broadens to that researcher knowledge based on the brings to the clarity with the focus of research problems. Once you have gone to that past work, what is the past work has been happened, and to that into the Indian scenario, how you are going to be doing to that, or maybe you are doing to the Maharashtra based research. The Maharashtra scenario, whether the past research is happened or not, in such a way you need to identify. Then it is going to be the literature review or maybe research background going to be helped to establish the nexus between what is proposed to be research and what has already been done. So this literature review, this gap is providing to the brief idea what is already done, what is you are going to be proposing, whether there is a relationship or not. Maybe you are going to be due to the there's some relationship or not. That is going to be given to that some conclusion. Next is literature provides improved idea onto that research methodology. It enables researcher to show how his findings will contribute to that existing body of knowledge. Now we will go to that my thesis. Let me share to that my thesis. Yes, I think you can see it now.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It's visible, right? Now look at here. Now you can look at here. This is the part of the I think this is the review of literature. This is the part we are discussing. In the review of literature, what is the context part? It is there. Just let's see here. Okay. The review of literature. Yes, this is the chapter 3 review of literature. First one is the introduction, maybe 1 or 2 pages. Now my research is depends upon to that service quality, healthcare service quality, customer perceived value, customer satisfaction. Now what I am doing, service quality. What is the importance of service quality? How many members has been already done into this type of the research into the past manner into this private healthcare settings. So that I am explaining here. The healthcare service quality, especially service quality is something different. Service quality may be into that hospitality is there, service quality into the tourism is there, service quality into the insurance is there. But the service quality is specifically into that healthcare, how you are going to be due to that, whether the past research has been happened or not. Now you are going to be due to that customer perceived value. Once the quality has been you have been defined, past research has been defined, what is the value, how the customer is receiving to that the particular perceived value. Then how it is going to be impacting on the satisfaction, customer loyalty, behavior intention. Individually into that healthcare services, in what research, what areas already you have done, or maybe already the past researches has been done, you can just check it here in such a way. Then you have to be related to that all these things in a one way. You have to be related to that all these dimensions or the parameters in such a way. Relationship between customer perceived service quality, right? Customer perceived service quality into the healthcare, customer perceived value here, customer satisfaction here, customer loyalties here, behavioral intention. You have to be related to that each and every factor in according to your research. Then you are going to be identify gap in the literature. That is the 48th page. Now check it here, 48th page. What I have done. Yeah, this is the literature review. I have done to that lot of research, right? Oh, what happened? I have done to the lot of research here. Then you can identify. Simply, there's an author, there's a diversity into the healthcare service quality measurements. Author and VA here when they have done industry, which industry they have done, which country. N is equal to how many samples they have done, origin of the research, which how many items or maybe how many questions they have done, what is the dimension they have taken. Like I have done to that lot of things, maybe plenty of pages I have done. Right, then I got to the some idea, then go to that. The customer perceived value side is that these are the dimensions I have taken. Now, I think in the 41 page, right? Which page number? 48. 48 or 41? Yeah, gap in the literature. Now, what the gap I have identified based on to my literature, majority of the research studies and the customer perceived service quality they have done. So, were carried out to the developed countries, like major research part has been done under the USA, UK, Malaysia, etc., which cannot be generalized into that Indian scenario. That research cannot be simply generalized into the Indian research scenario. Very less number of research work in the Indian context. We cannot say to that India में कभी research हुआ नहीं. India लो अवलेजो अनेदी विषय में निकल चपटला. What I am saying to that, some studies has been done. Those studies are this one 2006, 2010, 2012. The research has been done. Were carried out under the fount of the service quality. Maybe then I have written to that some reason. Then after that you are going to be due to that the major part. Hope it's helpful to you, right? Yes or no? Maybe you can simply.
Yeah, it's beneficial.
Yes. Now let me share to that my slides. Now come to the research background and the literature review we have done. So like that you have to do to the literature part. Then come to the next slide. The literature review is done to establish the link between why we are doing the literature review. We are developing to the link between the past work and your work, so that in the future no one questions your thesis. You are saying that there is no relationship. First topic you have developed it, you have started it. So maybe they can say to that this is the invalid work. Maybe after 4 years of the hard work, maybe someone says to that this is the total invalid work. Why you have done and all these things. So that's why those problems, to overcome to those type of the problems, you are linking to that past work has been done under the some areas, but my area, in the Reluru area, this type of the work is not done, but maybe the business is happening very widely. So I want to be due to that. I want to be due to that some relationship between that the past work and the present work I am doing. Now come to that the proposed research should be point out to that, maybe then based on the identification of the gap and all these things, you have to be due to that. Now come to that identification of the research problem. Then finally you have a literature review you have done. Then you are going to be identification of the literature problems, right? The formulation of the research problem is the first and the most important step of the research process. In what way and maybe how the research problem is you have identified. In my research, there is some research has been done under that some other developed nations, but in India, there's a limited research has been done under that some areas. So that cannot be generalized to the whole India, or maybe whole Andhra Pradesh, or maybe whole Maharashtra, or maybe whole Assam. So that's why I am doing to that in this research, especially considering to that West Godavari region, or maybe to the coastal region of the Andhra Pradesh. In such a way, generally you have to be write it. Now come to that, researcher must have a clear idea with regard to what it is that you want to be find out. This is the most important point. Once you have identified to the problems and all these things, the research problem, identification of the gap and all these things, what you need to do, researcher must have a clear idea with regard to what it is that you want to find, but not what you think you must find. You are thinking maybe I am doing it in such a way. So no, not that. Now what you have to be identify what you want to be find out from the particular area of the problem, or particular research area of the problem. That is the most important. What you are thinking, or maybe that is going to be your finding out. That is not the problem here. Right? Now coming to the formulation of the research problems is the most critical task. So take time. Generally, the formulation of the research problem is the most critical parts of this one. Once you have identified to that for research problem is identified, generally the problem identification generally takes place into the management social sciences, maybe 6 months to 1.5 years generally takes place, because reading a lot of theory papers and all these things. So this is generally takes to the most of the part. Once you have identified, maybe then it is going to be easy one. Just check it here. The next point I have given here, a clear research problem means proper research output and the progress. That means once you have clearly the problem identification is very clear, briefly you have described. It means that you are going to be incorporating or involving, or maybe you are putting to that all the outputs in a proper manner according to the process. There is no, once your identification of the research problem is perfect, then you are not going to be you don't think to that maybe there's a lot of issues and all these things. Now come to that, Annapurna has been typed it. Yeah. Please check the title of the page. Recharge can be replaced with the. Okay, maybe somewhere I think typing mistakes. Yeah, research problem ki recharge problem. Yes, thank you so much. Maybe it's a typing mistake. I will change it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now come to that. Here to the choosing the research problem. How to begin with to that. Guide बोल दिया है. मेरा guide ने said that this is a good topic. There is a lot of future. Maybe you will get to the easy job into the if you do to this topic. No, that is not the correct way of the choosing to that. So you need to identify to that these 5 things. These are the 5 things. They are not into the research. First one is the interest. If you are interested in the particular topic, like you like the marketing very much. Yeah, okay. Now come to that. Yes. Now come to that interest thing. First thing is to the interest is there. The scholar and the guide both have to the lot of interest on the particular topic. Like you like the marketing very much, but your guide is saying to that HR have the lot of potentiality, or your guide is saying to that anthropology have to the lot of potentiality, political science has a lot of potentiality. No, but first thing is to that your interest. Then you get to the some expertise. Expertise from the guide side is fine, but your expertise is to the leading to the lot of background work, that is the identification of the problems and the literature review part and all these things. You need to be check it. That is called it as expertise. Expertise from the both side, that is the guide side and as well as to that the student side is also. That is the scholar side is also. It means to that the guide is giving to the right directions, but the directions is going to be you are incorporating those directions in a right way or not. That is the called it as a expertise. Now coming to the data availability, then you want to be analyzed to that the CEO's behavior, or maybe the politician's behavior, but maybe you don't have to the accessibility to the politicians, or maybe ministers, or maybe CEOs of the particular companies, you don't have the accessibility. Then what is the problems you are going to be after the 2 years? Maybe you have to be changed to that another thing. So you need to identify if I am choosing to this topic. So whether Whether the data is going to be easy to access, or maybe can I get it to the easy data from the particular researchers or not, that you need to identify. Next one is the relevance, whether I'm going to the right direction, and maybe whether this study is going to be relevant to the current scenario, current problem. Then to the research ethics, that is a very big topic. We are not covering here, it's just an ethics part. So these are the way, this is the way you need to identify in such a manner. Interest, expertise, data availability, relevance, then going to be ethics. Like maybe medical sciences, maybe when the vaccination programs or maybe some new medicines is coming, maybe generally they used to give to some animals, whether it is concerned to that medical ethics or not. So in such a way, you need to check it. So this research is under the proper ethics or not. Now come to that here. Now come to the steps into the research problem formulation. Into the research problem formulation. Yeah, into the research problem formulation, there's 8 steps are there. So these are the 8 steps totally. Then after the completion of this slide, we are go to that my thesis. Then we will know, identify to that whether when you have done it to the right direction or not. Like these are the steps you have. First, identification of the subject area. Into that marketing, like for example, if you are taking to the marketing area, which area you are going to be take it, consumer behavior, or maybe intellectual property rights, or maybe pricing strategies, or maybe customer satisfaction, consumer behavior. If it is a HR, maybe performance analysis, or maybe human resource dynamics, or maybe HRD analytics. Which one you want to be do to that? Or maybe competition management, if the financial performance longitudinal study. In such a way, you need to identify to that what is the subject area first. Then problem definition and the identification. Then this is only based on to that the past work who have done expertise in the particular sector. Then to the third one is the literature review. Then selection of the research design, subject and maybe subject and maybe data collection techniques, data gatherings, data processing and analysis, implications and maybe conclusions, publications and maybe communicate to the results. So these are the some of the 8 steps. Let me go to that. Let me go to that again to the slide, again to the my thesis. So let's see whether we have done it to that in the proper way or not. The first I'm going to that here. Look at here. That is the first title. Chapter 1 is that there is no chapter. There's a acknowledgement and all these things simply. The first one is a chapter in the introductory part. Service quality and the healthcare outcomes. Choice of healthcare setting. Rationale of the study. Research objectives. Now look at here. So generally, when the slides, when we are presenting the slides, research objectives or maybe hypothesis formulation is coming after the literature review. But here, according to the sometimes your university norms, they will give to the some format. So you have to prepare it. Here in my research, in my institution, that the format is in such a way. First chapter, you have to write it to that. What is your chapter introduction and what are the objectives and all these things. Next one is Indian healthcare landscape. As India mein healthcare ka what is the scope and maybe what is the opportunities, all these things I have incorporated here. Next come to that review of literature I have done. In the review of literature, you know to that these are the different parameters I have taken, then I have related, then to the gap, I have comes out to the identify the gap, then to the conclusion. Now come to that research methodology. Yes, right, we are talking about this one research methodology. So why research setting is research setting is here, where I am going to be do to the design, how I am planned, research universe, who is my research sampling customers, development of the questionnaire, how I have developed the questionnaire, maybe the past questionnaires or maybe my samples, sampling plan, all these things, what are the methods I have taken in such a way, AHP, EFA, CFA, SEM, rate analysis and grade relation analysis. Why I have taken to the these such many like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 methods I have taken. Why I have taken to that this way? Because I can publish to the more papers. If you are taking the more methods, at least each one method may you have, if you are expertise, if you are sending to the one paper into the each method, maybe already 6 papers already you are going to do with your paper. With your like if you are choosing to the only one method, so that is also fine. That there is no issue at all. Right. Next one is to that this one. Now let me go to that. I think page number 5. So what is the my objectives? How I have framed to that my objectives and all these things. Right here to the research objectives. What is the my research objective? To develop a comprehensive empirical model to measure and manage the customer perceived service quality in Indian private healthcare sector. I want to be developed to the one proper model so that I can analyze or maybe assess to that what is the Indian healthcare setting, the customer perceived service quality ke upar, what is the exact model is there. Now I have done to the this one. Next one is to that to choose to the better performing healthcare setting in Indian private healthcare sector using to the AHP. Into the Indian healthcare setting, I have classified into the three parts. One is the nursing clinics, non-corporate hospitals, and the corporate hospitals. Out of these three, one which is the best performing hospital, I want to be choosing to that. Next one is to the next objective is to the to investigate the diverse factors affecting perceived service quality and the value in Indian healthcare setting. What are the more important parameters? Like into the I have shown to you in the previous slide and the previous when the slide is came. That is corporate hospital, non-corporate hospital, and maybe nursing clinics. That time there's a 9 parameters I have taken, right? Affordability, consistency, timely performance, and all these things. So those are what are the exact parameters should be there for any hospital. Next one is to that to examine once I have developed this model whether this model is fit for the Indian healthcare scenario that I want to be checked to that. So this model comprehensive model development and examine to the whether this model is going to be fitting for the Indian healthcare setting. So for this is the objective I have developed into that. Then after that, to prioritization of the service quality and the value dimensions using Reddit and GRE, gray relational analysis. These are the two methods in mathematical models. Based on the prioritization. Prioritization means that, like in the classroom, there's a 10 students are there. So you want to give to the ranks like some X student is the first rank, some Z student is the second rank, and student K is the 5th rank. Like you have to the some criteria, yes or no? Like maybe class teacher have to the criteria, maybe how many days he has attended to the particular class, how many marks he got it, or maybe how he is responding, how he is submitting to the assignments and all these things. In same way, I have chosen to the some criteria for the prioritization based on to the this one. So like that, you have to be developed to that objectives, then to the research questions, like my objective or maybe my thesis, how it is going to be research question, how I am framing to that questions. What are the better performing hospital? Like why I am doing to that this one? Like check it here. For this one, for this objective, which question is answering? This one. What are the better performing healthcare settings in India? There are 3 types of hospitals are there. So which one is performing very better? So this question is answering to this objective. So always the objectives and as well as your research questions should be guide you into the possible manner. If it is not guiding, so this is going to be a lot of issue. Okay, due to the time restriction, I am skipping here. Then to that hypothesis formulation, I have done like in such a way. Now we will go to that in the last slide, like 81, page number 81, I think. Yes. Madan, any time?
Sir,
Hello?
Madan. చెప్పండి
5
ఎక్కడ ఉంది సార్
450 450
450 వరకు ఓకే సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ
సార్
now check it here. Now I am saying to that in the last slide, you have to be designed, you have to be frame it to that research proposed methodology. What you have to like just check it here in this slide, in this page I have given that define. Is it visible clearly for you? Hope it's visible clearly for you.
Yeah, it's visible, sir.
Yes. Now first define the objectives, right? I have done to the design the objectives. Next, identify evaluation criteria. How I am going to be evaluating my respondents. That criteria I need to be doing to that. Selection alternatives. I have done to that. My alternatives are the 3 alternatives: nursing clinics, non-corporate hospitals, and the corporate hospitals. Next, hierarchy construct. Hierarchy construct is which factor is going to be analyzing in which manner. Next one is the pairwise comparison. So like pairwise comparison, we are going to be discussing into the next page. Pairwise comparison matrix, then to the calculate the principal eigenvalue that is called it as a pi max or maybe the delta max Generally, into the mathematical language, we will call it as a pi max. Now computing to the consistency index CA. So whether your result is whatever you are calculating, that is the perfect or not. So it is gives to you to that some right directions. If the CR is less than 0, then you can go to that. If the CR is, that is the consistency ratio is more than to the this score, so it means that you have done to the some wrong method, or maybe your responses is not good. Now come to that, determine or normalize to the eigenvalue factors, that pi max. That should be, there is a formula, n is equal to n minus 1. In such a way, you need to do that. Find a consistency ratio of the hierarchy. Consistency ratio of hierarchy. If the ratio of hierarchy is equals to less than 0.1, that is good. Maybe it is going to be high, maybe wrong. So like that, then overall priority analysis you are going to do to that. Then choose to the better alternatives. Then after to that, what is the result you have got it? Then you can easily choose it to the better alternatives. Now here the same thing, choosing the better. My objective is this one. Now the parameters I am pairwise comparisons I am doing it to that this way. Like maybe reliability to the nursing clinics, reliability to the non-corporate hospitals. Like you can check it to that the arrow marks is came in such direction, right? Now same way, this is called it as a pairwise comparison matrix. Now I have done here. This is the sampling methods. Then after I have collection of the data, these are the results I have got it. Then check it to that. These are the maybe first you should be expertise to understand to the this one. You need to be expertise into the these mathematical models. I'm skipping here. Let go. Let check it here. Let's check it here. Simply composite priority weights. Like what I have given. If we are taking the reliability and responsiveness, the value is coming here. Reliability and responsiveness. In the nursing clinics, the value is this one. Global weight is this one. It is non-corporate hospitals. Is weight is this one. Like the corporate hospitals, like each factor you have to identify. Each factor you have to be calculate. Then you go to the summarization of the each hospital, each type of the hospital, reliability kitna hai, dekho. For example, reliability and the responsiveness if you are taking, if the non-corporate hospitals is performing here very better. Then to the physical and maybe this one is this one. Maybe in such a way, like based on that, these weights you can easily get it. Now, after that, I have calculating to that all the analysis based on to that what is the data, what is the output is coming. So I have got into the rankings of the hospital setting. Like nursing clinics, if this is the capacity, the ranking is according to these parameters. If you are taking to these 9 parameters, the ranking is coming to the 3rd rank. So non-corporate hospitals, the rank is 0.38. The rank is 1st rank. Now it's just simple, right? Yes or no? Very simple. Maybe collection of the data, maybe analysis, maybe different part. So based on the weights, what is the customer weighted score? It is coming 0.25, 0.38, 0.36. If the high weights is coming, it means to that it's a high ranking. High ranking means here from the first to last. So in such a way, this is the over, right? One objective is over. If I'm sending to this result and maybe some conclusion part, like all these things, the editor is going to be accepting my paper, so it is publishing. So simply I am doing to that. So that is the one part of my thesis is over. Now come to that. Now come to that. 86 is over. Then we will go to that page number 97, right? Page number 97. Where is that? Anyone feeling bored? Just let me know. If you are feeling bored.
No. It's not going, sir. It's very interesting and very useful.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now come to that. Another part. Like I have identified now into the objective. I told to that I want to be developed to the one comprehensive model. I want to develop to the one comprehensive model. Like I have developed here. That's a comprehensive model based on to that reliability, physical environment, empathy, efficiency, timeliness, maybe transparency, affordability. Like that, I have developed to the sum model. Then to the results came, right? These are the results, generally items, composite reliability, average variance explained. These are the results used to come. Now, look at here. Then into the objective, maybe I think maybe you identified and maybe not identified. There's a customer perceived service quality and as well as customer perceived value. So this is the model for the value model. There's a 4 factors. This is means PV means perceived value. There's a different questions are there. 1 2 means 1 means perceived value first factor first question. Perceived value first quarter first factor second question. Third, like that. Simply.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sorry for
Yeah.
interruption.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. बोलिए.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir, बोलिए. I am listening.
Sir, could you please increase the volume of your side?
Okay. Let me check. So now can you check it? Is it okay?
Could you please increase the volume?
This is the maximum volume in my system.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it is okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. So now check it to that the discriminant validity. Then the model we are going to be check it here. Now the final model here. Then now come to that another part. Hypothesis where I have done to that my hypothesis part. Now this is my comprehensive model. Statistically, I want to prove it to that. Whatever I have developed to that, this is the very perfect model, right? Now look at here, perceived service quality, customer perceived value. Then go to that. They both are leading to the customer satisfaction. Then customer satisfaction leading to the customer loyalty. Then customer satisfaction leads to the behavioral intention. Then customer loyalty is again leading to that behavioral intention. So such a way I have developed into that. The hypothesis I have shown here. Like look at here, hypothesis, perceived service quality to the customer satisfaction according to the beta coefficients. What is the whether the result is going to be accepted or not? Right? These are in the general model, all these are accepted. Now come to that mediation model. Come to that mediation models here. This is the mediation model means is the perceived service quality to satisfaction, whether the satisfaction to the loyalty or maybe directly is impacting into the service quality to the customer loyalty. So check it here. That is here. It is not. I think customer satisfaction to loyalty is not directly going. Right? Maybe let me check it. Let me show to that final hypothesis. Oh, I think we'll come across. I think somewhere we come across it here, right? Yeah, total effects. Yeah, look at here. This is the final hypothesis. So what it is doing, perceived service quality to the customer satisfaction to the customer loyalty, it is fully mediated. It means to that if the patients are coming to their hospital, if they are not satisfied, patients means in the sense of the sick person or maybe their accompanied person. If they are satisfied, then only the loyalty is coming. It means to that if in the future, if the same requirement is happened, they are visiting to the same hospital. That is the full mediation. It is a tick mark we have given. Service quality, the customer satisfaction, the behavioral intention is also there. Customer satisfaction to customer loyalty is also there. CPV. Here, there's a mediator is here. The CS means customer satisfaction. The satisfied customers only, they are spreading to the positive brand value of your hospital or maybe any services. Generally here. Now come to that. The page number 116. Right now, go to that 122. Let me go to that 122. Yes. Now come to that another methods. Now till now, how many methods we have covered? AHP, analytical hierarchy process. That which hospital is performing very better. The second one is to that whether my models are fitting to the perfectly or not. So that one. Now come to the next one is the prioritization model. It means to that in the classroom, which student is the number one, which student is the least one. It means that in the hospitals, which factor you need to be more considered. Like you are considering focusing on the timely services, but the customers are thinking to the transparency, most important factor. So that time, whether you are going to be focusing on the academic customer view or not. Like the customer is coming to your place, your responsibility is to fulfill to his requirements or maybe demands or maybe needs, whatever you can call it as. So customer have to the some priority, some customer have considering to the some factors or maybe dimensions. So those factors are the dimensions. So it is fitting to the or not. Now just check it here. What I have done here, look at here. These are the factors. Reddit analysis. Reddit means here relatively identification distribution method. So this is called it as a Reddit analysis. Like we have given distribution free. Relatively identified distribution free method. It means to that according to the some factors, according to some criteria, which factor you need to be considered. So then I have done it here. There is a this is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is that the Likert scale, PI, lower bound, upper bound, priority rankings, generally we used to consider. So these are the very simple mathematical models. These are the mathematical models generally management and maybe social sciences, they used to feed about to that these mathematical models because it's a very difficult, but it is a very fuzzy one. So, but these are the methods, these are the models and maybe the methods, very simply easy. Anyone can easily understand. Simply connected to the data and putting onto the Excel sheet, then you are getting to that, writing to some formulas, basic formulas. That is not that much difficult. Basic formulas, then you can get it. If you are planning to write to the some papers, if you are planning to do to the write to the your PhD thesis, so these are the one of the simple and easiest methods for the management sciences and as well as to the social sciences students, especially. So that's why I am focusing here. Right, I have taken to that. There is a, I think 34 factors are there. Highest rank is 37. I think 37 or 38, 39 is also there. I think 39 questions I have taken. The 39th questions, these are ranks I have given, right? This is the priority ranking. It means that PSQ, personal service quality, factor 1, question number 1 is not important according to the customer's point of view. So what is the most important question is to that here, first one, a PSQ 7.1. 7.1 is the sum of the factor. I think affordability or maybe timeliness or something. This factor is the most important factor. You are giving to the highest priority for this one. Maybe you need to be check it. So in such a way, that is the like same way customer perceived value also I have conducted. Then go to that kurtosis value, W value you are calculating. So then you can go to that. Now this is the what is this analysis we have done? Reddit analysis, right? The previous one is the Reddit analysis. Now we are calculating for that. Like why you are calculating two analysis into that prioritization. Like maybe ये बच्चे को स्कूल में लेके आया हो, maybe one student came with their father. The father is saying to that, sir, my kid is very intelligent. So if you are giving to the admission to your college or maybe school, he is going to be perform very well. So you are saying to that, how can you say to that? Like sir, मेरा गांव का president ने बोला था, मेरा so maybe मेरा village का president ने जो पेरेंट चाले इंटेलिजेंट पेलोड़ा. You need to cross check it, right? Yes or no? So you are asking some questions to that student or maybe the kid. So who is the president of India? Who is the first one? Maybe you want to check it to his intelligence. Then all the questions he answered. So it means it matching to that. What is the parent is saying and your test according to that both are matching. So you can give to some conclusion according to the both test I have connected to the two tests. The two tests the result are going to be same. That time is only your result or your thesis is going to be valid. Like you are analyzing to the only one analysis and you are saying to the this is the best one. Maybe you are not comparing to the any other statistical and mathematical models. That time, how can you say to that this is the best method? So that's why I have done. So the another analysis that is a GRA, that is called it as a gray relational analysis. We will call it as a gray relational analysis. Just check it here. Then I have done to that GRA and the Reddit analysis. So here, look at here, the PSQ 1.1, in the GRA, the rank is 39 and same the Reddit analysis also, the rank is 39. It means to that the both methods are correct and my research analysis is also going to be correct. Now look at here first rank, I think PSQ 7.1, so factor 7, the first question is the first rank. Now look at here, maybe any difference is there. Now look at here, this is the PSQ 83, means PSQ 8th factor, third question. The values here, you can check it to the ranks. one method the rank is 24, the another method the rank is 23. So there is some difference. But overall, when you are checking to the overall 95% should be match. Like 100% cannot be matched. Like maybe in the, through the president or maybe through the someone is recommending. He said that he's a very intelligent. 100% marks he want to give to that. How 100 out of 100. Like when you are checking, maybe he forgot to the who is the captain of India, Indian cricket team, or maybe who is the captain of Indian rugby team. He forgot it. So, but maybe except to that question, all the questions he answered. So what happens? The intelligence or maybe the reporting to the particular person and you are checking both are matching almost the 95%. So when the both methods, then you are it is matching to the 95% levels. So it means these methods are valid for your research. Hope you got it a little bit, right? So now same way you have to be do to that all these things. Then the analysis part and the conclusion you are going to be write it. So just check it to that. What are the questions of mine? So this is the one of the important thing. What is the questions of mine? How I have collected to the data collection. Look at here AHP questionnaire. This is reliability and responsiveness and the physical environment. Maybe these two factors, maybe which one is the most suitable factor? You are asking to the respondent or maybe the patient. He's putting to the tick mark here, and maybe then he's searching to the this one. It means to that reliability and responsiveness is more than physical environment. In such a way, you have to be due to the comparative matrix. This is called as a comparative matrix. AHP, Thomas Sati has been developed to the this matrix. Like this is the one way. That is the first paper question. This is the AHP, analytical hierarchy process. Choosing the best alternative into the Indian healthcare setting. Now come to the next one. Is that this is the model for to that which factors like now each factor like reliability and responsiveness. Nursing clinic is better or maybe this one. In such a way you have to be developed to the questionnaires. Right now, this is the your final questionnaire. That is the structural equation modeling or maybe CFA confirmatory factor analysis. So this is the questionnaires, the Likert scale questions. Like what is the first rank? We got it. What is the first rank? Factor 7. First question, right? I think PSQ 7.1, right? Yes or no? Maybe here the question is hospital provides good service at the reasonable cost without compromising on quality. So it means to that the Indian hospitals are providing a good service at a reasonable cost without compromising on quality. Because if you are checking to that heart transplantation and maybe some bypass surgeries, so to the other nations, the developed nations, maybe they are charging to that 2 to 3 crores rupees. Like, but in India, maybe hardly 10 to 15 lakhs, right? It is a cheap of cost. You can say to that it is a very low cost into the Indian, but maybe they are not at all, the doctors and the Indian hospitals not at all compromising under the quality factors. So in such a way, then you have to be write it. So then go to that, which is the papers and how many papers you have published. Like based on my thesis into the this thesis, this is the very old one. I think 2016 I have submitted. That time maybe 3 theses communicated 3 papers. Almost it's a good journals. It has been published. Now in such a way, like Suresh Kumar sir is asking, sir, please in general presentation about research process, which is suitable to all streams is most helpful to all research scholars rather than specific topic of the speaker, please. It's my opinion. Okay, we will go to the go through that. Right now, this is the way of, so simply how you have to be do. It is a not, we are not focusing on the theoretical part, we are focusing on the application in detail. If you are planning your thesis, if you are planning to that some paper, if you are planning to that any research project based on to that in such a way, social sciences or humanities, especially into the management areas, if you are planning in such a way, you can do that, right? Now we will go to that slides. Let me share to my slides once again. Hope you can see it now. Hope you can see.
Yeah, it's
So we
Yeah.
can see it.
Yes, yes. Now these are the steps, right? I think you have identified to that these are the steps. In the same steps manner we have identified the research areas, healthcare, problem definition, maybe the research is not done into the Indian scenario, then to the literature review, selection of the research design, I have shown to that how I have to be developed to the research design, subject data collection techniques. Data collection techniques I didn't show to you. Maybe if you it is required to you, maybe Madan is going to be shared with you. Madan, or maybe the organization is going to be shared with you. The data gathering methods, data processing and maybe analysis, how I have processed to the data, which methods I have done to the analysis, implications and the conclusions part. Then I have each chapter I have written to the conclusion, each particular specific area, then to the publication and communicate to the result. So this is the steps, general way of publish your thesis or maybe finish your thesis or maybe planning your thesis in such a way. Right now, come to that another slide. Yeah, I'm going to be finish it soon. Don't worry. Okay. Now, setting up to the research aim and the objectives. Like generally, whenever you are setting to that, like I think Suresh sir is asking to that in the general way. Like his question is to that general presentation about the research process, which is a suitable stream. Like his question, like check it here on the box I have given to that. This is the suitable stream for everyone. Any irrespective of the any area, you are doing to the chemistry, physics, or maybe you are doing to the history, anthropology, or maybe some other political science, or maybe you can say to that any area. This is the general process, general research settings team. First, you need to identify the gap or maybe gaps, research problem or the questions. Then based on the questions, based on the gap, then you have to be developed to that objectives and maybe the questions of the research. Then to that research aim, how you are going to be framing to that research, then to that framing to the hypothesis, then you know to the rest of the history, right? This is the, I think Suresh sir, maybe Suresh, right? Yeah, Yelugu Suresh Kumar, maybe you understood, sir? This is the way generally, irrespective of the out of the comfort zones. Maybe you are doing to the finance, you are doing to the marketing, you are doing to that political science, history. This is the general way of team, right? Now come to that another slide. That's addressing to the research problem. Though when the problem, so you need to check it to the directions, the research objectives and the hypothesis, aim, research problems, research gap. So when you are identifying, addressing the research problem, you need to go to that reverse mode of the P. Now come to that research methods and the research methodology part. So the research methodology is the strategy of investigation, which is about the whole thesis, not to that one part. Like maybe if you go to that my thesis, or maybe generally this is the NIT Roorkela thesis. If I am checking to that Harvard University or maybe Oxford University thesis, or maybe some India's IIM thesis, or maybe some central universities, or maybe reputed universities thesis, the structured format is in a such a way. So generally, so each chapter you need to frame to the thesis is in such a way. Introduction, your main theme, then go to the conclusion. Then finally, overall, your conclusion part. What tools and techniques and you are going to use it to that, how to collect into the data. There's a lot of work is there. Maybe these are some of the questions maybe you are going to be, the organization is going to be addressing into the next 4 days or maybe next 5 days when you are attending. It is going to be really helpful to you. So now come to that, it is therefore a gamut of issues have to be addressed, that are strategies of inquiry, how you are going to be doing the inquiry, the data collection, primary or the secondary data, how you are going to do primary data. Primary data is generally you are collecting directly from the respondent. Secondary data is maybe the newspapers, magazine, textbook. There's a lot of theories out there, right? Sampling issues, you need to be, maybe in the next classes, we are going to be addressing to these issues. Construction of research instrument for the data collections, data presentation, analysis, validation of the research coming. Finally, this is the important, right? You need to be valid to the, like you got into some result and you are saying to that, my results are valid. So how you are going to be saying to that? You need to be give to that some constructive box or maybe constructive things you need to be shown to that. Yes, into that महाराष्ट्र जो थीसिस में उन लोग थीसिस या रिसर्च में जो भी किया था, similar way it is came to me, but maybe the data is something different, but it is suitable to my research. In such a way, you need to be doing to that. You need to be comparative. Validation of the result is always like A and B is the good students, and some other teacher is saying to that X and Y is also good student. How you are comparing their marks, their height, their weight, and maybe there's a physical appearance, and what way you need to be comparing to that. How you are validating to the particular specific results, that is the most important thing. It is initially initial state, the element of research methodology are treated as a theoretical level, which needs to be incorporated in the research proposal, right? If you understand to the all these concepts in a theoretical way, but how you are converting these things into the research proposal manner. So maybe according to the organizers, they have given to me the up to 450. I think I have concluded on time. Let me know. So if you have any queries, you can ask me. Maybe some of the charts. Let me check it once. Final conclusion. Yeah, very informative, excellent. Yeah, thank you so much. If you have any queries still, I'm stopping. I'm stopping to the. If you have any queries, they will share you. The organization will share to this presentation, the slides. Maybe now you don't want to be asked it, maybe due to the time, or maybe you don't have the query. Maybe then after some time you got to some queries. Maybe my number and maybe my email ID is there into the presentation in the first slide. So just go through it. Maybe you can just ping me. So maybe I can answer it your queries. Hope it's informative, and maybe you got it to the something from the today's session. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, sir, Vijaykumar garu.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your presentation.
That's it from my end. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Kumar garu.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Dr. Ram Kodeswara garu, for your wonderful presentation. And also, we think on behalf of our participants, it's very beneficial to the upcoming researchers, and definitely they will benefit at the session. And now I request Dr. K.S. Vishnumohan garu, correspondent, Sir C.R. College, Autonomous College, Eluru, to deliver a few words regarding this session, sir. Welcome, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's audible.
Good evening, one and all. I'm sorry I'm missing the inauguration in the beginning. I was busy here. So anyway, I was hearing his speech, even though it's not my purview. I could understand a little. And his lecture is very excellent. I was following that sitting in a meeting. And I thank Ram Kodeswara for having come to our virtual meeting for our research methodology and organized by Commerce and IQAC department. I congratulate them once again for having a nice meeting with you, sir. Thanks for obliging our invitation and participating. Week-long program, you are the first man to start with this. Thank you once again. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. K.S. Vishnumohan garu, for your wonderful presence on this occasion. Your presence graces the program, sir. Thank you very much. And with the permission of the chair, I request.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Sri S. Elijah Raju garu, faculty member of Department of Commerce, to deliver a vote of thanks.
Good evening to all. It's my immense pleasure to give the vote of thanks for the grand success of the first day of a 1 week online faculty development program, which is conducted by the Department of Commerce and IQAC cell. First of all, my gratitude towards the management who made this arrangement to grant success of all the programs which was conducted by the Department of Commerce. Especially my special thanks to the today's resources person, Dr. Ram Kodeswara garu, for his excellent delivery, which is definitely benefited to all the faculty members who have been participated in this program. I hope the remaining 6 days also, the way should be going on successfully. Thank you one and all to contribute their services for the grand success of this program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Vijayaraj Garu. And also, I request all the rest of the participants to continue your participation in the further days also, sir. We require your wonderful cooperation for the successful continuation of this 1 week national faculty development program. So thank you very much. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you so much.
ఏమో ఈదినప్పుడు ఏదినప్పుడు రుద్దింది. అక్కడంతా లావణ్య అనే పేరు వచ్చింది.
Sir, is there any feedback links?
చెప్పండి సార్, చెప్పండి.
Your session is very excellent, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. చెప్పండి సార్.
Very good information to the juniors.
Yes, sir.
But it is a refresher to me.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Sir, Madan Garu. Madan Garu.
Panigaru, sir.
Sir, shall we close the session? Yeah, there is a hand raised from Eluru Suresh, Eluru E. Suresh Kumar.
లింక్ పెట్టిరు పంపిస్తా.
Leave the platform.
వెళ్ళి మనకైనట్టు పంపిస్తున్నా గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టుకో చూడండి. అదే
Sir, with this we are closing this session, and tomorrow we will meet in the second session of this faculty development program. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ananda.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.